Do not let your friends be white, because white only exists in opposition to blackness. It's only about the oppression of me and my family. If you have friends who identify as white, let them know that they should claim something else. What up, fam? This is Bomani Armah, broadcasting to you from the basement. This is a message for my RBG family, for my black family, for my African family, for my diaspora family around the world. Very special message for you. Do not let your friends be white. Let me say that again. Do not let your friends be white. If you have friends and compatriots and family members who are from the European side of the Eurasian continent, Europe is not a continent, Eurasia is the continent. If you have friends who are from the European side of the Eurasian continent, do not let them be white. White only exists as an opposition to blackness. All right. The only reason black exists is because people from Africa, like myself, whose families were stolen from Africa, we were told that we have no history, no culture to go back to and to learn from. All right. Before we were able to trace our genetics, before we had scholars going through and understanding the connection between Yoruba and Cuban culture or Gullah Geechee culture in West Africa, we were told we had no culture we came from. Friends, I would love, instead of claiming blackness, I would love to claim Yoruba or Ga or Ashanti or Igbo or Hausa. There are literally hundreds of cultures I would rather claim that I am from, but the people who enslaved, raped, and tortured my ancestors made sure that they did not know the connection that they had. So what our conquerors did was they created Negro and then what we turned into black culture. That is us surviving on our own and us coming up with who we are. I am proud of black culture. I will always capitalize the B in black. I will never capitalize the W in white. Do not let your friends be white, because white only exists in opposition to blackness. It's only about the oppression of me and my family. If you have friends who identify as white, let them know that they should claim something else. They should claim Irish. They should claim Anglo-Saxon, German, French, Polish. There are literally dozens of styles of ways that they can claim their heritage and where they're from. Do not claim white, because white only exists from them claiming a side in the race war that oppressed me and my family. All right. Now you are going to meet some white friends, some American friends, some white people who cannot tell you what culture they come from, who cannot tell you they're Polish, who cannot tell you they're Anglo-Saxon. That is because their ancestors went all in on the race war. They completely got rid of the idea that they came from another culture and they just wanted to be on the correct side of the race war. They decided to claim whiteness to make sure that they were part of the people who were oppressing blackness. All right. But otherwise, there is no reason to claim whiteness as your culture. Whiteness is not your culture. Shoot, you can even be American. You can be a whole bunch of things, but white only exists to oppress black, and black as a culture and a people is us coming up with a culture after being told by the people who tortured, raped, and murdered us for hundreds of years, told us we had no culture, so we created one of our own. Your friends who are white politically, the only time they need to acknowledge that they are white is to make sure that they understand the political advantages that they have, that their relationship with the police is different than our relationship to the police because they are white, that their relationship with the real estate industry is different than ours because they are white, because their relationship with voting and redlining and banking are all different because they are white. White is not a culture. White is just the oppression of blackness. And blackness exists because we were told we have no culture, and now we created our own culture and we are rediscovering our culture. Friends, I have friends and family from all sides of the continent. My friends who are Nigerian, which is a country that white people made up, they are only Nigerian when it comes to international politics. Otherwise, they are the culture they come from. They are Yoruba, they are Hausa, they are Igbo. I can't go through the whole list. There are a whole bunch of things. I have family who are Ghanaian. Once again, a country that was invented by white people. People from Ghana are only Ghanaian when it comes to international politics. Otherwise, they are Ashanti, they are Ga. There are dozens of other cultures they claim to be from. I've got literal family from East Africa, all right? The people from Kenya, which is another country that white people made up. They are only Kenyan when it comes to international politics. Otherwise, they are Kikuyu, they are Luo, they are Luya, I can't go through all the lists, but they come from a culture, all right? Your friends who are white are only white because they are using their whiteness to oppress your black. Now, some of them are not aware of this, so you need to let them know. You can tell them more calmly and kindly than I do. All of my white friends seem to already understand this. They claim their whiteness as their white privilege, all right, rather than their culture. There is no food that is white. There is no language that is white. There is no white culture. Whiteness only exists to oppress blackness, all right? So do not let your friends be white. If they claim white culture, do not be a friend of theirs. Tell them to find where their family is from, and please carry that with pride. Be Irish all day. Be French all day. Be German all day. You could even be American. Do not be white, because white is my enemy. White was created to oppress me. I am against white culture and everything that white supremacy means, all right? Just need to make sure you understand that. Peace.